strategies and challenges in multilateral cooperation from your point of view as the project director, of course, of protecting cultural heritage?
Thank you for this question. Good afternoon again to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues. It's a pleasure for me to share some thoughts about this interesting topic, building and representing here today not only the Italian Civil Protection Department, which is the coordinator of the PROCULTHER project, but also the other partners of our projects, so the Sécurité Civile from France, AFRAD from Turkey, and the region of the Civil Protection of Castilla y León from Spain, together with ICROM as well, and the Fondazione Villa Montesca. This is our consortium, and what we are doing and what are our strategies. Our strategies are linked to the compile and define what are the good practices and lessons learned in Europe that we have already learned in our different countries, in our different institutions, regarding the safeguard of cultural heritage in case of disaster. In Europe, we have an enormous amount of experience. That's why we have understood that it was important for us to try to find a common standard which could allow all countries in Europe to have a reference standard when we discuss about about protecting cultural heritage in disaster. And that's why we started with a common methodology in each of our country to try to find out, to dig out from our experience what are the best practices that we could share that deserve to be shared at international level with our partners. And one important point to mention is that all this process started in the framework of the Union Civil Protection Mechanism. Some people may ask why civil protection and not on, let's say, on a more traditional cultural heritage protection setting. The reason is because in case of disaster, the first responders are almost always originating from civil protection and disaster management. That's why we understood in all our countries the importance, first of all, to improve the capacity of disaster managers to work on cultural heritage, also in disaster, and at the same time to this cultural heritage community to learn what are let's say the framework, what is the framework of disaster management, what are the do's and don'ts of civil in the framework of disaster management. By putting together those two communities, we are trying to highlight what are the main lessons that we have in common in Europe. And we have an overall objective to be able to have a common language all over Europe. And also we would like to be able to work together in case of major disaster according to similar methodologies, similar standard operating procedure. I think this is the first answer that I can.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so far. I think as